Good morning, everybody. I am Tashi, and I am here with Crystal.
Hello.
And two girls who are being quite mean. Well, at least they might be loud a little bit. But it is 2 a.m. in my side. It's a bit earlier than usual. But I am here.
Do you want to explain why it's earlier than usual for you
I
today?
mean, I just had a headache, and I still have a headache. And I couldn't fall asleep. So I offered Quill to start it earlier. Like, almost 6 hours earlier than usual.
Do you think you might go back to sleep after the reading if you feel better by then?
I mean, not really. I have been asleep the whole day yesterday, so...
Oh, you did say that. Yeah.
I mean, not fully asleep. I was like, always in the bed, but half asleep. You know the feeling when you are just lying in the bed and can't fall asleep?
Semi-asleep?
Yeah?
Okay. Yeah, that's when it would take a long time, is when you have a poor degree of rest, but you have a lot of it.
Yeah.
It's almost as if to make up for it.
And also there is the other part of the other side of the horse when it's too much.
So, I heard some people do get headaches when they try to sleep too long. I don't know why, but if it's true, you wouldn't be the first.
I mean, I know this is not because of that. This is because of the weather. And it started like 3 days ago when the weather went bad. So...
I'm curious, bad in what way?
it started raining a lot.
Okay.
I mean, not bad in bad, but... worse. I just say it like that. Because it is still a good weather, but... it's at the same time hot, but also raining. I mean,
Muggy?
I don't know if it's raining right now, but it's raining often.
Let's go ahead and get started.
Yeah. And the most annoying thing that the little little mosquitoes woke up, and we have a lot of them now.
Well, if it's raining, they tend to go away, but they do thrive in moisture.
I mean, no, they literally grew up the little larvae right now, so there's a lot of them. We have a little water right near us, not too far away. And that's part of the one of the main rivers of Hungary.
Yeah. Stagnant waters where they thrive.
Yeah, it is stagnant water. I mean, it's right next to where I water the road, so I might have to swap to longer shot when I go down now. It's very good. For $5, and here we leave it. So, let me get this straight. Olga says, and before this, the whole group is on. Close to a stop at the mouth of the crystal cave, and found its crew originally entered, this time that we didn't. What are you doing? I heard from behind me. I don't know if you heard that.
I did not.
They are trying to think about something. Yeah, it's their own toy, so it's fine. But they hop over this one by one, or an extra friend. So this time machine can appear anywhere and anywhere, and you have a symbol that can call upon it. If so, then why did we activate on here exactly? Good question. He wrote the instruction driving this thing. You told me that you have a device that you can signal for its approach and can appear anywhere and run. So why come back here? Wait. You said this 2 times. I mean, I can tell the reason why they came here and not say in the city, because General Reaction is not in this area. This is the main reason. It's outside of the city, far away. As you can not stop. She continues her way into the cave to wait for the ship to materialize here, and to scan more samples during the way. For safety, I suppose. And I guess as he learned by letting Lou, the raised eyebrow. You know, she has a good point. We didn't really need to come back here in order to materialize his ship pretty much anywhere we are. Yeah, and remember, he could have arrived here anywhere, maybe because before the TARDIS got out. And that is why I think that he met Vision and others and told them to help you. Because he's, I mean, there's no reason for him. I mean, he could come back anywhere, but yeah. Well, it's happened for me. The first space, as she pointed herself using a single partner. But every other mission ever completed the Doctor on before, and this with him. And he couldn't summon the knowledge to wherever we are, your sample would have to be in the machine to pass it to us. But since he had always with me, the officer off for a moment, and he started to that, to work out it. That is out, they continue saying. I mean, if I am correct, the other TARDISes can be summoned without a pilot. From what I know and think about them.
No, I really can't think of one exception. The closest thing I've ever seen something like that was one of the doctors able to open the door just by stamping his. But that was just opening the door, it didn't summon it.
I mean, I'm gonna call in one thing that is close to TARDIS, not really, but if this can be called, then the TARDIS can as well. And you know what it is, right?
Oh yeah. Knight Rider. I've seen some episodes when I was a very little kid, and the show was basically new at the time.
Yeah, this is literally the show that was on right between my the two shows what my mother was watching.
I don't related now. And actually, similar to this subject for Doctor Who, there used to be a show called Quantum Leap that I recall seeing when I was around 3 or 4 years old. That's early 80s. And now, when I ever watch information about that show, it claims it came out several years later. That is definitely a Mandela effect. I know I saw it as a little kid when I was too young to understand the show.
Yeah, I have not seen it.
But now, the show claims it's newer, like coming around closer to the 90s. Yeah, when I remember it coming out in the early 80s.
89 to 90.
That's what it is now.
I mean, when it was airing, then I wasn't even. I mean, I was alive, but I'm pretty sure I wasn't watching this at 3 years old.
The first time I saw the show was in the first house I ever lived in and remembered being in. That was before '89. I'm certain of that. So yeah, when the show came out has changed reality.
Yeah. The show was doing something.
I can't tell you about specific details of changes within the show, though. That was such a long time ago when I first watched it, and I barely understood it then. I was just so young.
I mean, just like that when I never said, "Luke, I am your father."
Right. That's just one.
He never had the
item.
name Luke in that sentence.
Or
You know what?
maybe no Luke.
When I first watched the Star Wars, I had a very different thing because we didn't, at that moment when it came out, first of all, I did not speak English back then. Second of all, we
Makes
didn't
sense,
really
yeah.
have translation. But my mother had the English DVD, not DVD, VHS, sorry. And we had a color tape, which was literally one guy saying the translated words under it. In a very monotone voice. For everyone.
Oh wow, that would change things. That I tell you what, it'd be kind of like if you click read here and have the AI read this paragraph.
No, that was still better because that was a human saying it, but
Yeah, I know. An AI would not quite understand inflection yet, unless it's written in a special way to teach the AI it said it in this way. Um, Even with a question mark, it doesn't say it with the rising inflection. Like, are they going to the bathroom now? With that
I'm,
rising sound? The AI ignores that. It just says it like it's a regular sentence.
yeah. And also the timing. Because obviously it was literally made, that Electric was made to play at the same time and everything would be on the same time.
When it's spelled the same, the AI can get confused too. Like it confuses live with live, wind with
Yeah.
wind.
I mean, everyone who starts learning English confuses them as well.
Yeah, I actually agree. There's several things about the English language I realized was intentionally complicated, and I resented it for that.
I mean, I know that there are more exceptions to a rule than actual words that I am applying the rule. Most of the time.
I'm kind of pissed off about silent letters and words. It was just messing up with the spelling to complicate it unnecessarily. I heard that there was a way in the past to help differentiate nobles to peasants who were taught the more educated version of the words that's not spelled phonetically.
Yeah. And then there is the British and the Irish and the Welsh who are
Yeah.
making it more difficult.
Yeah. Okay, we got a big tangent there.
That's fine.
Anyway, where you left off in the paragraph is exactly where you highlighted.
I mean, the viewers who are actually watching know we are doing that all the time.
Oh yeah.
That was a big thing in there. They continued by saying, having TARDIS to our location had never been an option before. And as a result, we keep needing to return to the location we started, and there we will find the TARDIS again. Hopefully, we will find it there. Quite frankly, it didn't occur to me that this time it should have been an exception. And depending where else we were, some of the TARDIS there would have been an issue too. So we get, for example, we came from your city, and then that's were there. And they were suddenly traumatized by the knowledge, and they couldn't be. Throwing an alien spaceship there at the moment, which have felt like pouring salt into the fresh wound. I mean, no, you are not summoning an alien spaceship, you are summoning a telephone. For the telephone box. They wouldn't be the writer. Completely, this location is isolated and quiet. Saying else. But by coming here, it gave us a little more time with you, providing us with an excuse to do so. And we have time to bring you on our journey, right? To make you come with us. Unless you are here, you might as well stay a little longer and actually meet the doctor. So we invite Margaret cheerfully. I wonder if Nerfy's memories come back when she sees the doctor. That might be a point when some human doctor memories come back to her mind when she sees the actual doctor. Actually, Margaret gets a visual to the attachment holographic window that is a pair of hands lifted towards the viewer, while facing forward. And Margaret moves the image closer towards her friend, letting not stop. Talk to the hand! But she does not. She said, I would rather take home if I meet him, or see the inside of his ship. I mean, we never said to come inside. What? Somebody asked in surprise. Why? Did he do something wrong? I mean, yes, he didn't come in time, even though he had a time machine. The virtual window vanishes and Margaret shakes her head. The shirt. No, it's not that. After all, if he's chosen companion, as amazing as all of you, and you all consider him your mentor, then I have to conclude that the doctor might be more amazing still. If I actually meet him, or see an amazing ship, then I might lose the will to remain behind. Don't worry. You will not be shaken by his amazing ship.
Don't worry, be happy.
I mean, that is the point. That is literally the point. That's why you have to say.
Well, there are some things she has to do in this timeline.
Also, something I realized.
What?
They are still marked. They are all still marked. We actually didn't take the marks off. Remember, all that happened, that they were marked, he was listening to them in the prisoner cell that they were in, and then someone came, teleporting them into the warehouse, where they let the guys out, and then the war happened. And then the matter happened.
Interesting point. A bug that could potentially listen to them across time, because I remember the Doctor doing something like that. It was in the newer show, I'll say that, but Rose Tyler had a cell phone that he aimed his sonic screwdriver at, buzzed at it, did some kind of configuration, and can now call her mother across time and space. So, what do you think the odds are that the Time Lords themselves might be coming across an audio device that they can implant someone that can also communicate across time and space? We're talking about the original race that invented this stuff.
Yeah, if one of them is the only one moving, then it makes sense. If the two of them are moving in time, then probably not will work, but we're actually not moving around.
But if they ever tell the Doctor this, even off screen, so to speak, then he might be able to do some configuring to silence that eavesdropping device.
I believe he is gonna come here, get out of the ship. Okay, guys, wait. Okay, you cannot talk.
Maybe he won't shut it down, but it will configure the listening device so it's receiving false information.
Or just say things that can be heard by my reactions. And then say, oh, hi, reactions, by the way.
Oh, I just had a funny idea. You might even get a better idea still, but he configures the listening device so the only thing it hears is the song Let It Go over and over again.
No, it's not gonna be letting go, it's gonna be never gonna let you go.
Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down.
I mean, they kind of hate each other, so not fully,
Uh,
but
it's similar to the Master. There is some antagonistic relationship between them, but also mutual respect.
I mean, we know that the Doctor doesn't like weapons, so
Nah, and while he thinks it's by necessity, Varaxis is all for it.
yeah.
But at the same time, he respects the Doctor because of his innovative tactics and the fact it keeps working. And you know, the, it's hard to explain the Doctor's respect, but he does respect Varaxis too in some ways.
I mean,
As-
surviving Time Lord, that's all his soul is to
yeah.
give respect. Oh! The potato head at her again a girlfriend. Wouldn't telling me so bad? You said earlier that you have a fascination with Indian and time travel. And once again, because of timey-wimey stuff, I have to remind myself that I have not seen either Dr. Kelly nor the kid girlfriend, Margaret,
Okay.
traveling with either the Doctor or Vision. So they either get their own TARDIS from the Magi, or they are gonna die.
Well, retiring is an option too.
I mean, yeah, but
Like, if I told you that Margaret's gonna stay in this time period and world,
I wouldn't believe you.
I wouldn't necessarily say that's retiring. I mean, she's just doing stuff in this time and world.
Yeah? But I wouldn't believe you because then, there are people that become a Dalek. Because I know that she was there. For the your time.
So you meant Starbreeze, not Margaret?
It doesn't matter. I haven't seen either of them.
Okay.
So Margaret might stay here. That would make sense. But I don't think Kelly would stay here. And at this
No.
time right now.
Oh no, she's quite interested in the journey
Yeah.
because
And that's
it's for science.
for science and medicine. Yeah. And all the basis of her is about that thing. Margaret admits. But this world and this time could use me too. I have ordered from the peaceful dialogue with those below all the time. And that's something the rest of my kind hasn't done before. Oh yeah, Margaret has taken part of the ritual, right?
Yes.
I would most likely understand if she was staying with the down below, than staying up here.
At the moment, if the rest of them go, she's the only one that came from those above, but has open dialogue with the Earthbound because she is known the way now.
She is the only one who knows the way. She might be the queen. That's very important to me too. Plus, there is all the damage that occurs in my city. My kind need me to help them rebuild. After everything that has happened to them recently, someone the Americans might get a lot of fresh new volunteers now. Or at least my race might put a much stronger emphasis on the military. Is that so bad? So we closely echoed our Gabriel's friend's earlier question. Security is important. You saw what happened up here, up there, but little to no effort is made to protect yourselves. So, starving would be on the side of Luna, of Nightmare Moon. Remember why the whole sending you to the moon happened? Because they couldn't agree.
I don't see how that relates to the fact that Stern would side with Luna. What it says here is she thinks security is important, and
Yeah,
there is.
and Luna wanted to create a militaristic atmosphere, which is fully secure from all the outside importance.
Actually, I don't recall that at all. What I do recall is selfishness, in trying to get more attention and keeping the things
I mean, we have.
nighttime, and her as the sole ruler, um, which can be, but as a side effect, a lot more militaristic in order to impose her rule.
I mean, we have seen the future in there as well. The possible future that Nightmare Moon is the ruler.
Yeah, it does look more militant. Um, but at that point, Stern might see that as an oppression of freedom. It's gone too far as security.
I mean, yeah. I don't know if we have not seen the civilian police there, so we don't know how far it is.
Stern's the kind of character who would say training and weapons is fine to defend yourself, but don't go raiding the next village all willy nilly and just for fun. Don't be the bully.
I don't think that Nightmare Moon went around and taking over all of everything, just made her own kingdom to massacre. But we have not seen everything, so.
Actually, she seems like exactly the type that would insist that she's the ruler, and would go on a conquest spree if that's what it takes.
But one thing we can be assured of that she didn't open a friendship tool.
Not likely.
But all of you told me that this one and there is more peaceful than most that you have encountered. If we start giving in to fear more for the sake of security, will something as precious be lost along the way? Shakes her head. After you all leave, there's only one secret time lord around here, and that is influencing things and promoting war. You are forgetting something, Morgat. You are forgetting one very serious thing, and that is trouble.
Yeah, well, she's certainly a type of character that would like to do something to upset the established order.
I kind of want trouble to sneak onto TARDIS.
She wouldn't have to. If she wants to be there, she could just instantly be there. Discord too, or any entity like her.
I mean, she already had the heart for Thunderwind. From what she showed us.
If you remember from two other stories in the past, Skydancer and Detour, they both mentioned that, like, the Doctor begrudging the fact that entities like that could just show up whenever they want to, and he is not used to that. That his defenses of the ship to being so easily penetrated. So that's not a spoiler. That's established fact, but something from ahead of this timeline.
Yeah. But still, she can sneak her in if she wants. She doesn't have to teleport in. That's still harder.
Yeah. I really didn't realize how close her personality really is to the Cheshire Cat until I started seeing, what's it called? Like reviews of the story, Alice in Wonderland, and some were trying to explain its meaning.
Yeah.
And what the symbolic role of every character is, including the Cheshire Cat. And that one was the entity that accepted the chaos, unlike some other one that is in that world, and therefore she's more able to manipulate it.
I mean,
whereas others tried to fight the chaos and went insane in some way.
I'm patient. Do not fight it.
Yeah.
I can tell but wonder what the Doctor would have done if he stuck around and presented counter argument. Also, that is, there are some martial arts who are literally saying that you don't try to stop the force of a punch. You redirect it. And then
Wing Chun was a lot like that. I saw a little bit of that martial arts style.
Yeah.
Redirecting attacks.
In this way, you are literally just opening up a weakness. Opening up the defense without even hurting them. Or yourself. Because blocking your attack still hurts you.
It's not just martial arts that can do that. Almost anything can, even dialogue. You can like turn the words of your opponent against them.
I mean, I have said that multiple times when someone said, "You are stupid." Yeah, thank you. And they can't say anything because I just embrace the stupidity. Maybe I should stick around here and be the doctor's voice for him, even though I would hardly be an elegant replacement for him. If he wanted to, he can give you a telephone or something. I'm starting to see what you mean. With the lightning. That is absolutely true. We can't be sure if he will keep his word or not. But the commander assured us that he would only use police who are more trained and ready for the time war to face those kinds of front lines. And now they know what they are facing.
Not quite. They were more aware of the Chaos Beast and the threat they could face.
I mean, that is part of what they are facing.
That's true. It is a remnant of the Time War. There's more information about it, though, that he probably will steadily reveal when they're ready for that information.
I mean, I assume the ones who have seen the Daleks didn't survive.
Yeah.
Something in mind.
The Daleks are definitely another layer of the Time War, too.
Yeah. I mean, one might have survived the one who pointed them to the transmission tower. Because they are not, I mean, yes, they are heartless killing machines, but I don't think they would kill the one that give them the information. Ah, this one was useful. We can use him as slave later. He also made a point that holding the line of defense is important. We also what the Daleks would do in this place. I think those 6 were just scouts. Even if he is right, look at all the damage they have brought by themselves. I mean, once again, one Dalek is more than enough to destroy a whole planet. Usually, when there is no time lost now. That is the key point. If there is no time lost on the planet, one Dalek is more than enough. Yeah, I know. I agree solemnly. Believe me, that's been on my mind too. To be perfectly honest, I'm not even fully sure what the right thing to do is anymore.
Pause it right there. I want to say something about what you just said. One Dalek is enough. That was an episode like that in the original Doctor Who, which I realized after watching it mimics another episode way later very closely. It was in a space colony, and one Dalek was discovered inside the ship and somehow brought back to life. And the first thing it started to say is, "I am your servant," trying to disarm the humanoids from attacking it and to try to gather their trust, which the Doctor, of course, was not immediately distrusted the creature.
Yeah.
But Dalek was able to convince the humans, "I can improve your satellites to help detect meteors that's incoming to be more accurate." So it started asking for parts, which they provided, which the Dalek used to help build a factory to create more Daleks.
Oh, I have not seen that yet then.
No, it's not. But the fact that the Dalek tried to do a scheming operation by pretending to be a servant was almost beat for beat very similar to another episode later on where some Daleks were joining the British Army in World War II.
I have seen that one.
Yeah, I think someone saw the old episode for the original Doctor Who and kind of mimicked it with a few twists and sort of repeated it in a later episode.
What are you doing to the road? They are resting right next to me.
Since the footage was lost, a bunch of the those episodes was animated. But I swear, one of the actors in that old episode, that with the first Dalek was to try to pretend to be a servant. I think one of the actors was the same one that played General Harkin in Star Wars, the one that the commander of the first Death Star.
Ah.
And his role was extremely similar too. This lawful evil dictator. Who demanded order.
Yeah, I'm looking at the road if they are actually fighting or just playing. Sometimes it's hard to tell. Okay, it seems they are just playing.
While you're observing that, the camera is recording you.
It's observing me observing them. Hi. Boom. But nobody's sure what the right thing to do. You cannot be sure until you have a time machine and try all of the possible things. But that is one thing the Doctor never really does, from what I know. Try things again. Because it's already written. He knows what happened, so it can be changed. The only thing that he tries to change is the time war.
Yeah, the scenario you described is pretty rare. I'm not thinking of a specific example, but there might have been an event where he was stuck in a repeating time loop. Then he would know what failed iterations of that time loop might have happened and attempt something different.
This is the impressed that I did it before, she said. So I feel the best thing I can do is simplify my perspective. Because I did on my life, and what I can do instead of focusing on the super big picture all the time. Most times I'll probably have very valid points, so it's up to us to decide what is right for us personally. Yeah. And after all, the Doctor himself has not yet invited you. Everyone is assuming that he might invite you, but he never did so.
Yeah, he hasn't even showed up yet. You can see how Margaret's actually grown a lot in this journey.
Yeah.
She started out as this giddy little naive fan.
And he is, she is
Wait,
now...
Did you skip that paragraph above?
Yeah, okay. I would have noticed that immediately. But Tracy entered a waste of a foreleg near her limbs and wondered, would you even call it a waste? I'm not certain about that because of anatomy.
If it's called something else, I'm not sure. Not actually.
It's probably ankle, right? They don't really have waist, but they are front ankle and back ankle. I've already come to realize that what society hates in total peace and paradise cannot fully understand the reason of value, if any, more time. Kilometer fall her leg back to the ground. But what I have learned across the journey is there are plenty of other places and times that aren't as peaceful. In fact, from what I gathered from you all, our section of the world is actually the odd one out, considering the decay, in which we are peaceful. If conflict is more the norm in other places, Isn't it right to prepare for it? Do something great? Oh, just wait until you see humans. I mean, we humans are the embodiment of conflict. That's the thing, but it is true.
I remember Terminator in the second movie, aka Uncle Bob, had once said to John Connor, "It's in your nature to destroy yourselves."
Yeah,
To which John replied, "Yeah, major drag, huh?"
there's always exceptions, but we can't do anything about that.
You know, that's the real human nature. Exceptions to everything.
Yeah,
That's what I've discovered.
that's one of the principal reasons I have learned martial arts. Like Ezra, that applies a wing to a chest. Do you think she actually learned Wing Chun?
uh, I would say yes, somewhat. She does incorporate her wings in her martial arts in various ways. I mean, not just to strike, but also to help maneuver herself.
I mean, I have not seen her fighting style in the show, so I cannot discern.
We've seen it a little bit, but it's often covered with clouds.
I mean, it doesn't matter, it's martial arts.
Yeah.
I have absolutely no interest in becoming a bully with these kids, even though I technically could with it. I would disagree. That's not to come around. You always come here and steal my treasure.
Oh yeah, you got Kevlar there in the bottom corner. That's if he think he said that.
Yeah. It's that I use them for the fun. And really something odd that can calm down for one's mind and then more deeper in the perspective. Why fight? Is the important question to ask before each conflict. What am I trying to achieve with this? Knowing the answer to that question puts on the objective. Sometimes injuring an antagonist is not really the point. Something else might have been a smaller target to aim in order to accomplish our two objectives. Okay, seeing this, she was not a learning character. This is not character. It's something more defensive. I would assume, yeah, it's my probably Wing Chun or Jujutsu. From this description alone.
It's from what I've seen, Daring's similar to Link in Zelda, insofar as the observant and intelligent protagonist, not merely a good fighter, but analyzes everything in order to try to find the weaknesses to a dungeon or a boss.
And we go back to the previous chapter. Excuse me, princess. He changed a lot through time as well.
Yeah.
I mean, that version of Link was used as a little kid who couldn't even fight.
Yeah, that show is definitely designed for kids. The Mario version of it as well.
Yeah. But if I make sense, it's important not to panic and keep a calm, level head as much as possible. Don't lose sight of your objectives. That way, when you look around, you're keeping your mission in mind, and every step you take moves toward that purpose. Sometimes peaceful negotiations would have been smarter rather than swinging fists. Nah, I don't believe. Your praise is no one better than the doctor. I mean, most Yang and Y would say that no, you can talk with your fist as well. about approach would be best. So we can come on. If harsh words or hooves are struck first, it will be much harder to establish peaceful relations later. So perhaps that could help solve the problem better too, if it was adopted first. I mean, sometimes it is easier to establish hierarchy when words or hooves are struck first.
Yeah, it kind of depends on the situation, right? If hooves are swung first, you might establish respect and some degree of order, or at least find out why you're worth listening to.
I mean, just imagine the two, I have two dogs, and I work them often. So when they meet someone new, they have to establish, oh, is it a friend, is it an enemy, and if it's someone who is trying to get over me, they have to establish that, okay, I am the leader. Or he is. And until they do that, they are just gonna bark at each other, no matter what that you do. And that's when two people, two ponies who are on the same level on the hierarchy, and they are all saying that all thing, are not gonna agree on anything. Because everyone is just saying their own truth. I'm bringing up two cards.
I actually heard politics was way more violent in the beginning of American history. There is a lot of bickering and childishness now, but there used to be a time when they actually settled debates with fistfights and gunshots.
Oh, well, I don't know. I haven't really learned that much of American politics.
Yeah, well, there was when a time when America was even less mature than now.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that I learned more American politics than you on Hungarian politics.
Makes sense. They're just pointing it out in an arena that was supposed to be handled diplomatically. There was in a time when violence was often used.
Yeah.
I heard that was particularly common around the time when uh, slavery was still a thing in America, and there was a big conflict between ideologies of economics.
Yeah, makes sense, Sandy. We know, as I said, humans are known for conflict.
Really, the war started in the political office first, and then it just broke out.
Yeah, it reminds me of the two YouTuber aliens who are like, ah, you know the West, they have this nice set and they are just destroying it for no reason.
Okay.
And they are right. I mean, obviously they are just humans in a costume, but I can show you that later. But, on the other hand, sometimes you encounter individuals who really do shoot first, and might not even ask questions later, like Alex. I mean, no, they didn't ask questions before shooting.
Yeah, some of them do if they're seeking information.
Yeah. I think it is optimal to prepare yourself for more situations. Practice peaceful negotiations more, because it has the power to turn would-be enemies into friends instead. But also practice some kind of personal defense, just in case. Because at the end, like some kind of awesome display of power in some form. Might be what needed to cause potential hostile force, to retain and reconsider the approach. That in turn, open the door for peace to flourish later on instead. I mean, yeah. And I did learn some martial arts as well, but even because I not practicing, I don't remember most of it. It was like 20 years ago or even more.
I think you said this before, but I forgot
Yeah.
what style it was.
it was Jujutsu and Karate. But because of my illness, which literally makes me show every little hit that I receive, and it literally gets purple, just by a touch, I couldn't continue, so...
Well, that makes sense.
Because my mother told that I was being literally beaten up, even though not. But she makes a trust too, though, on a winning lecture. It's a ingredient to any similar relationship. A relationship that solid on the basis of fear might prevent some conflict. But it's not always the best approach to a defined relationship towards friendship. I mean, a relationship that starts on fear never goes towards friendship to begin with. And what I said literally conflicts what I experienced, because I became friends with my bullies in middle school.
Oh, cool. But by then, both of your situations have changed.
I mean, the friendship started by me actually hitting back.
Ah, okay.
When literally, I was literally the guy who, okay, you bully me, I'm gonna not say anything. Which can be good, or sometimes it can anger them even more.
That was the premise between at least 2 Karate Kid movies.
Yeah.
Where there was some bullies, but then the protagonist learned martial arts and gathered the respect of the bullies, and then some avenues for friendship was sometimes opened.
I mean, the only reason I hit back was because my sister came to the same middle school and they started bullying her as well. They were like, yeah, you can bully me, but touch my sister once again and you will go to the hospital.
You know what? If they became friends with you later, that might be another reason why they respected you defending a family member. That's important, because that's something maybe they could identify with too. That they would have done the same thing.
I mean, we know stupid kids are always doing things like that. There's always someone bullying other. We can't do anything about that. It has to be the teacher who is there to stop that.
Yeah. I remember some pretty awful years in my past too about that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's, in our school, there's at least one bully. And one victim. Or more. I don't know nowadays how it is, because there are more online classes now. So it's a little bit different. I mean, there's still, the school opened up again. So I don't know, I don't have a kid.
I heard of something called cyberbullying, but I don't know. I think I would prefer that over the bullies right in front of you actively hitting you.
I mean, it can be solved. Cyberbullying is easier to solve because you can just block the one who is bullying you on cyber.
Imagine the worst case scenario for something like cyberbullying might be similar to passing on bad rumors. You may block them, but they're still talking to everyone else around you and spreading false information and really altering everyone's perception in a negative way. And maybe that results in all kinds of consequences, like you getting fired from a job or something like that. And if you could picture worst case scenario, it probably will result in death.
And this is literally on the kid and the parent as well, if they are actually checking on the kid on what they are learning or not. Because usually you can see if cyberbullying happens. Just talk to your parents. Which is not I know that's not that easy. I know that's not that easy.
There is a subject matter like this in one of my other stories you haven't gotten to yet. It's actually probably one of my more successful ones too.
I mean, because it takes more to the personal space, I assume.
Yeah.
But yeah, we are trying to find the relationship towards friendship. So yeah, I didn't understand that it is possible, but exceptions always happen. Well, I think it can. So am I filming? It depends on the approach. For example, you display some awesome spell if one would be a terrorist. That might be not twice to mess with you. So the relationship is already started on the basis of fear, but it didn't have to avoid conflict. Okay, so we have.
Whatever picture you're pulling out is the first one you did this particular reading.
I mean, you know. That isn't in the basis of fear they have in the beginning.
There's actually a lot of social manipulation that occurred around there. Not always based on fear, but sometimes maybe shaming or kind of.
Yeah.
Oh, you saw what like in the first episode. There's a lot of manipulation there.
Yeah. They don't know you admit that you have friendly intentions. At this point, you take my kind of thing. Well, okay then. This awesome wizard who can cast this mighty spell must be on my side now. If I accept, that will be much safer. Tell me short. You will see what I mean? Yes. If you encounter an alien who proves that to you that they have a technique that can cause internet, but then told you that me wants to be your friend, are you sure you can remain calm enough to that being to commit exhausted? Check with son. But an earned son. And the relationship that sort of intimacy probably may have already started. Yeah, but relationships are not instant. And no matter how they start, it's what happens in the meantime that actually means everything.
Every situation and every action puts another brick in the road of the relationship.
I mean, I have to bring up him then. I'm bringing up the old... Hey. Every human has the capability of winning a gun and just shooting him down immediately. And he knows that.
Someone pointed out a cameo of those aliens in the Senate of the Star Wars. One of those little floating sphere things actually had those aliens there.
Ah. Hi. You too? Ah. Lucy actually learned from Luna how to climb up to the nest and look up here. All the pets, you don't see it, but all the pets.
You were done with that paragraph.
Yeah. But a relationship with a wimp and an old legend. With a wimp. Some encounter. You may completely trust the morality of an individual yet. They'll be uncomfortable around them knowing they can do nothing to defend you from danger. Even if they really want you to. And I mean, side-eyed or something. I mean, he was a wimp in the beginning. Before the whole I mean, he could cast magic, but he wasn't always that good of a caster.
Besides that, he's also often pretty timid too. He's still working on
Yeah,
that.
and he was literally smaller than everyone. She literally was defending her.
Yeah,
them.
from a physical standpoint, he definitely has a disadvantage.
Hi. You might even more be. You might be even more nervous around them by realizing that if your intelligence make out, then not only do you have to defend yourself, but potentially your new potential friend as well, because an individual can defend any opponent for some reason. Counterpoint, something, you might actually get a kitty mark by defending your friend.
She kind of did. Yeah.
I mean, she wasn't defending him, she was defending some other opponent, right? In that moment.
Yeah, it was a group of ponies.
Yeah.
Some of them could defend themselves reasonably well, but that varied between each individual. They had a very young filly among them too. That was in a house that eventually was on fire.
And also something that even Kickers has learned, that defending someone makes your power go higher. It pumps adrenaline into you. You have a goal to do, instead of just, oh, I have to beat this guy up.
Yeah, of course. Her point is that you could just feel on edge when you start the encounter.
Yeah. So it is a move that tilts it back and forth as she finds the argument by saying. So I thought that has very, so I guess that has very things to it. And if I layers to it, I can trust it to mean it 3 in this situation, but not in that situation. Something is amazing to hear that, because she wondered if something might be alluding to her. I mean, in a sense, yes. But nothing knows that she can be only trusted in a fight or something. It's very different if the other one knows it as well or not.
Yeah, similar to Feather, Derpy has her own reasons for feeling insecure, but she counterbalances it other times with a very chipper attitude in general, as if she's trying to fight against her depression. I think she was bullied when she was grown up. Sometimes.
Not in the beginning. In the beginning, she was literally a winner of the little races.
Yeah, of course. And sometimes she might perceive herself to be bullied when no one actually intended her harm. That could be that too.
On the other hand, on the other hoof, she was literally considered bullying. She was literally being oh, you are stupid. Ah, thank you.
Anyway, let's go ahead and read on.
All you care about is muffin. Did you say muffin?
Do you know the Muffin Mare? The Muffin Mare, the Muffin Mare.
The Muffin Mare. Sure, why not? I had to struggle with issues like that in the past. That to inform the group. That isn't thinking balance. It didn't matter to have. It didn't matter to have innocent but incompetent fool who was makes danger to the group by accident, or to have an evil genius who was trying to hurt the group later on purpose. I mean, most of them are happening in 2 groups. And when they do, they might hurt the group very effectively. You know that individual not so with a hard counter, ultimately authority. That individual such as you, your other would be enemies very much as well. But man, when the message comes, it could really keep out the group. You don't know how much you are describing the other group you met. And then all of this, I found that a lot of things and I knew it to be considered, but trust to be fully applied. I mean, yeah, trust is hard to be earned and easy to lose. Everyone knows that, right? I met plenty of ponies who are great makers, so I tell them to make delicious and healthy meals that is worth my mint to buy. But if they try to make some cupcakes while being half asleep, and they make it inedible and make the whole pony meal ill by making that, I would not trust them anymore. They saying about Pinkie Pie and Applejack.
That's crossed my mind too while you're describing that.
I wasn't describing that. I put the same pony in the middle that's on fire, then they might panic. So badly that they are far more overheated than the moon. So everything is very situational. And the only reason I know this one, the moon, is because of Guild Wars 2, where they call the mouse moon.
Okay.
Otherwise, I would have asked what it is. I mean, no, I wouldn't have asked because how it the sentence is formatted.
Basically
it
means
makes sense.
a blessing, a benefit.
Yeah. As I said, I know now.
And an advantage.
Yeah. It looks across the room. My point is that it is always wise to use your measurement. Whether you rely on listening, education, experience, or any combination of the above, grab on whatever source that you can, to make the best that you can. And you observe the result of whatever call you make, so that can help you find the next similar decision. Yeah, based on your experience. Anything and everything else, yeah.
That paragraph was trying to illustrate the fact that, yeah, by now, Daring's an experienced adventurer, so she's able to speak from some of the wisdom she's learned across those years.
Yeah. Let me get a move mark. Let me look where we are. Yeah, that's something that is not why I'm saying. Oh, my mother is also writing to me. I hear that. I will get to that break point right here, and then I will go make some coffee.
Okay.
Ultimately, that is what I have decided to do. But another thing, I smiled at her friend gratefully. Thank you all for helping me. Helping to guide me. I mean, helping me to guide as well. To this whole process. I deeply appreciate it. Just then, they all paused to look in the game, but they start hearing the noise that it makes about materialization process. Shortly after that, they also start to see the blue box materializing view. Isn't that into here?
No, they're seeing. That last part of the sentence says, see the blue box materializing. View?
Yeah, that's why I said that should be an into here. Interview.
You're right. Okay. So, thank you.
Well, that's why I came to leave. But announced with a hint of regret in her voice. Are you sure? The PS Morgan with far more obvious regret in her voice. Yeah, I should go before I get even any other. Or confirmed. Now before you go, say this. It's dangerous to go alone. Then waiting into the telemark and pulled on a third image of an hourglass. This sheer fans of Margaret with an outside ring. But are you sure? Margaret asked with uncertainty. You didn't need to call upon the TARDIS. So you are literally honorary member of the Knights of the Hourglass now. You, even if you are not going with the doctor. You might need it someday too, like the girl does. They can always get another. We have to remember this because next time when she needs it, she might not have it. But he continues to shift back and forth between the open gift and their faith with uncertainty. Like you said before, you were interested in the end and temptable. Like you might. Nothing all this about the team might go to class later on. So I'm just covering all of our bases here. No, all your mates are belong to us. You are also proven to be a loyal and useful ally in the course too. And the right least you can be another informant for us, just in case you stumble upon another alien or temptable shenanigans. The better the night are informed of any important event, the more we can be prepared for them. So please, as far as I'm concerned, you earned it. Absolutely! Captain Tommy, I agree 100%. Literally! The fear story is, as shoulders her eyes and flaps her wings happily. Proceed, please! Oh, that's not you. I was like, was that in the song? It may give us a chance to meet later on too. Well, if you are sure, or at the end, I should see the notified object with your money. Keep it safe, like advised. Reminder, this gives reactions a chance to call the doctor.
That's true. If he becomes aware of it.
I mean,
But,
and
yeah,
I said they are marked.
yeah, there's that.
We do, but a shirt and turn the boat and hold back on the floating lid. The symbol of the light also floats into air gas. Take care of yourself, the machine moves swiftly. I will miss you. More activity than nothing was the operation control or takeoff.
Okay. Gonna get some coffee now?
And I said, yeah, I'm gonna get some coffee because
Alright.
they still some left.
See you when you get back. And I made those changes that you caught so far.
Okay, I'll be back
A
soon.
total of 2.
Also, while the coffee is making, I will check on I can hear you, but Bye. Okay, here I am. Are you here?
I forgot I muted myself. Welcome back. Is your headache feeling any better?
It's not here. Don't take that on the balcony.
So you do feel better?
Yeah.
Awesome. Glad to hear that.
Okay, let's assemble for this.
Okay.
Yeah, sure. What's this then? Another third criticality. Why he throws into the TARDIS? And floats some kind of crystal near him. Then he lands from the air with his tools. Then he realizes all the she's picking up. At that point, he is above the crystal at her. There is a flower in that crystal, isn't there? You can call it mission report. It can report casually. I've been keeping a medical record of myself, and all that's here during the mission. Oh, it is not the flower. First, one guest alive who are composing us. For quite a bit of the team. Remember when I almost said that during Sound of Justice?
Yeah, well, this one is within quotes, so yeah, it's gonna be ponified.
This is my warmly, I see it.
Unless it's his quotes.
Yeah. Made some new friends, have you? I mean, Oh, what happened to my camera? Hey. Focus back on me, thank you. I don't know what you were focusing on, but there was nothing there to focus on.
Focus! Focus!
But I can see the doctor having learning the little 45 version of words just for fun.
He could do it. He's been stubborn about it so far, but he's also a genius. If it's necessary to help him with the success of his mission, he can do it. He's very smart.
I can remember, I can imagine him doing, don't worry guys, I can hooper this.
Yeah. He's just sometimes being obstinate.
Yeah.
For his own personal amusement.
I have no idea why I gave him the Beavis laugh. And I still haven't watched even one episode of that thing. I just know that laugh. And how they look like.
It leaves an impression if you ever do watch it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure it didn't age well.
I think if I would ever recommend something from them, I'd pick the movie. If you're just going to select one thing, they'll just give you a well enough idea of what they're like in a more grander adventure than typical, but still, it will get you an idea of their personality.
Oh, they even had that. Wow.
Actually, I think they had 2 movies now. If true, I haven't seen the second one.
Once again, I don't know anything of them other than the laugh and how they look. Did you expect anything less? With characters as she matches his pie. We had some opponents and various challenges too. I'm beginning to think this could be rather typical for any of our adventures with you. I mean, yeah. I am the oncoming storm, remember?
Right.
Once again, he is pretty much close to two characters. One in Naomi, who is not there at the moment.
Well, I picked up that title from the show itself, but it does remind me of something that Gandalf got accused of as well, by Grima Wormtongue of all people, of course. Trying to tell Gandalf you're not welcome in our hall, because every time you do, you keep bringing us bad news.
Oh yeah, that's true. Gandalf as well is one of these creatures. So this is Ruby's uncle, so
Right.
who was the semblance, passive semblance of bringing bad luck to anyone near him. And he can't turn it off.
That would include his enemies too, right?
Yeah. That's why it
Okay.
is good semblance, but also bad semblance as well, because that's why he went away from his family. Because he can't control it, who he gives bad luck to.
Yeah, if you can't control it, then...
And there's the Pokemon who actually chose him in more or less a Boom Thing, and has the same ability of bringing bad luck. I mean, no, it is not bringing bad luck. It can sense bad luck and wants to help people by alerting them, but they got the message wrong and they told that they are the ones that bring the bad luck. Yes, I don't know.
In that case, Jinx has an advantage over that guy because she can be selective about the targets that gets cursed by her.
Which Jinx?
It was one of the former villains and from Hunters of Justice that has like a crescent moon shaped hair.
Oh, because what?
Her
I
nickname
always
as
just remember her as Jinx.
her nickname as a villain or just as her was Jinx. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
what her real name.
the purple pink hand girl, right? Purple pink hand.
Right. Yep. The nickname is definitely based off her powers. So it tells me that it's probably not her birth name.
Huh. Why did this? It's so funny. If I make it smaller, it becomes bigger, and if I make it bigger, it becomes smaller.
Anyway, the answer is yes. She can turn those powers on and off, and she can be selective with her targets,
Yeah.
so it's more useful for her.
Yeah, that's more like hex than actual.
Mm-hmm.
This guy goes more serious actually, quest. This is more professional advice than this group needs sometimes. Oh, when they come up from with some psychiatric assistance from yours truly. For a matter, I could use the paint as well. I actually lost my cool over there once. I did not explain that. And Nerpy is the one that needs the most spray from here. Especially when she remembers what happened. Oh? Dr. X with a more alarmed expression this time. That information is listed in my report. You can assured. One keyword, Dalek. And I'm sure the others will do their part to fill you in, or some of the details as well. Everything they need to run this over the chest with you. I also anticipate the 93% chance that nothing is going to seize you in the hug and cry in your chest as soon as she sees you. Where's Duffy? He should be here.
Dr. Kelly rushed into the cave ahead of the rest of the group, if you remember. That's why she's not part of the last conversation.
Oh, I
So
thought
she
that they were
was
all in.
No, they've not caught up yet. They're a little bit behind.
Yeah.
That's why Dr. Kelly has a chance to talk to the doctor first.
And that's why Morgan had a chance to run away before.
Yeah.
Before the whole thing materialized immediately.
Right, but before she takes off, she gets that symbol of the Knights of the Hourglass.
Yeah.
Which could sort of act like a pager.
After all, it's been quite some time since any of us has last seen you. Where have you been? I can see her shouting at his face.
With Dr. Kelly, it's possible, but she's usually not the one that loses her cool.
No, it's gonna be something. So especially shift to a phone again, as well. I want this moon that I know home is bad eyes. Usually memes around me. To be honest, it's been quite a while since I've seen you or all of you as well. You know what's gonna be surprising to him? When Murphy starts to run for a hug, then stops, blushes, and looks away. It might happen if she kind of remembers. We don't know if she doesn't remember or not.
Disguised as a doctor, the master was pretty forceful.
Yeah?
Which is in character for him.
I mean, even if she is in love with the doctor, it would still be surprising.
Read the next sentence.
She loves you, you know. I mean, yeah, we know that. Otherwise, you would have stopped the human doctor immediately. Or at least try to. But you can inform her bluntly that she's to her. The reason I can tell you that is the information isn't confidential. She said so in public more than once. Some of the time were in front of you too. Yes, I know. But to acknowledge it as I look down. And I love her too in my own way. To look back at her. In much the same way I did love all of you, my companions. You don't need to get grammatically close with any pony anymore, do you? Those guy figures. I mean, yeah. I was gonna say that she is a different species altogether, but in a sense, all of his companions are different species, even the humans.
I wonder if you'll notice as you read this, the Doctor does talk to Dr. Kelly differently than he does to the other companions. Much more on his level, as if he sees her as a fellow adult.
I mean, for all we know, the others are all much younger. And the much I live longer. We don't know how many times Kelly have been respawned? Not respawned.
Yeah, regressed. Physically regressed. Just physically. She kept her memories. And yeah, she's old enough to be concerned that she might be near the end.
So, I assume that the Doctor would be more welcoming to talk with elves than humans.
I wonder if you remember the fact that she actually expressed a little jealousy of the Time Lords because they don't have that problem as much. Retaining a lot of memory without suffering centennial psychosis.
I mean, that is why forgetting things is good sometimes.
That kind of is the case. It may be kind of a coping mechanism. When they regenerate, their memories can get fuzzy for a while.
You know,
it's also why they have an opportunity for their personality to alter too. But they don't let go of all their memories, and they probably retain most of it. Which is why, in general, the ones that have a high regeneration count tend to know a lot.
That would be one thing that would be really hard, really good to learn. Is archiving memories.
Yeah.
Just make it smaller, not to take up that much space in your mind, and just pull it out when you need it.
That probably is a thing in Time Lord society. If the show never saw that, I could still foresee the possibility of its existence. You know, honestly, the Doctor probably could have lived significantly longer if he was still in Gallifrey, sans the Time War, of course. But he chose to be an adventurer, which means he has much shorter time per life, but a great deal of experience with each life.
I mean, in a sense, I would assume that Scully would be able to do something like that if she became a Time Lord.
Well, sure, she definitely could. She knows how to archive memories into crystals.
Yeah.
And retrieve them.
But what I meant, if it was still in your mind, but nothing that was based on. It will still fill up your memory. It will still go cycles, it was a lot. You will still save a lot more.
That crystal she just floated to the doctor is a minor example of what you were just talking about. She archived some of his memories that has a mission report, especially from a medical standpoint.
Yeah?
That report is letting him know how his crew fared without him, psychologically and physically.
Mostly psychologically. Remember, Father still has a big gash on his chest.
And there was a few weeks that she was not allowed to use her technology, so that limited her physical skill.
Yeah? My robotic history is complicated. It's a short. Same with my history in general, actually. Because it's actually because of my history that I can't let anyone get too close to me. It's for their own good. I can't even tell them my real name. Do you even remember the first time that Extreme sounded dry to your ears? The character did him bluntly. And this time, it really did catch him off guard. He went look down with a shade of regret to his face. The Scully approaches him very slowly. He goes on to say, "Other people must push others away to avoid isolation. Don't kill yourself, Doctor. It hurts. You know it does, and I want you to know that I know it too." He really is like Quill. He really is like Quill, who does the same.
You mean the doctor? Comparing the doctor to Crow? Okay, yeah.
I mean, in a sense, not really because the Doctor actually has companions. All the time, even though he's pushing them away.
Well, sounds like you're telling me if they met each other, they kind of sense some kindred spirits from a psychological standpoint.
Would you think that two bad luck actually would counter each other out?
Or make it worse.
Or make it worse. I mean, that was the thing that, in that scenario, he met literally his counter argument, his counter attack, who had the ability to give good luck, and they were good team together, until his bad luck overwritten his another one's bad luck and died.
I don't know the answer to that question. It might depend upon the relationship. Like, say, what if Jinx met Crow? Okay?
Yeah?
What would happen? Would it depend upon whether they have a friendly or antagonistic relationship?
I mean, what would happen if they are, let's say, opponents? This would start just a hex, and in the meantime, you stumble upon a stone and hex herself. Because of the bad luck.
They basically have the same power, trying to hex each other. But since Jinx can be more selective with her powers, it's safer for her to travel with companions.
Yeah, but Hex actually has to hit the opponent for that.
Right. Crow could be outnumbered, but I got the feeling he has a little more training, too. There's some aura to help protect him and all that.
Also, he is a very good martial artist with most weapons, and even he literally shows that he can even do anything without his weapon as well.
Yeah, that's another factor I was thinking of. Crow's one of the examples of the higher level hunters in the show.
Yeah.
I won't give that much credit to Jinx. I get the feeling there sure is a little more of an amateur insofar as being a hero or villain. Because they're young. That just makes sense. Gradually, they are getting that experience, but I don't think she caught up to Crow yet.
Yeah, from if the Doctor and Crow would meet as opponents, the Doctor would have no chance. For all I know. But why would they become enemies? That's another thing. Doctor never actually searches for argument. He wants a peaceful outcome first. For what we know.
That's kind of how they would win together.
Yeah. But what I would know, if the Doctor landed near Crow, then the TARDIS will not turn on next time he tries to move. Because of bad luck.
Yeah, it's a possibility that can malfunction, and we know that device is capable of that.
I mean, that is its identity. That's the whole thing. That it is not fully working. It can't use its disguises at all. And the first thing we know of the TARDIS.
Somewhere in the story, maybe it's already been established, or maybe it will be established, but that's basically how my headcanon on that is how the Doctor got a hold of that vessel in the first place. He stole it from the maintenance shop.
Yeah.
Where that thing was on the rail for being repaired later on, but he stole it first before everything got repaired, and then it just broke down even further after that, where it broke down its chameleon circuit and all that, and then its navigation equipment.
Yeah, it's funny how he stole the whole TARDIS with his granddaughter. And that was way before the Time War, because the Time War happened at season 3, right?
Correct. I think the Doctor gradually learned how to repair the ships better, and some repairs was made to the TARDIS, especially the navigation equipment, where he could be a little more on target when it comes to the place and time. Where in the early show with the first Doctor, it was almost completely random.
Yeah.
Because the ship was less functional back then.
I may say I have to go back and watch the others, but I've seen all the Genghis Khan episodes, which is very much early. The one that wasn't was lost.
Go ahead.
I said that you will continue to keep to yourself, aren't you?
Did we read the paragraph above?
You already know, don't you? I don't know. But again, I can look back at her tiny bit trauma. And there are some reasons for that. I may rather read it twice than not read it.
Okay.
Is that you will continue to keep to yourself, aren't you? It's kind of figures. For now, yes. Dr. replied. But in me, I'm looking forward to the day when we can face each other on more even footing when you become a Time Lord. But for now, I simply ask you to trust me. I will need this for holding my silence for now. Don't worry, I do trust you. You can assure it. That's part of why I'm still here. I mean, you played this thing with me, right? Why did this small thing? They are silent for a moment until they start to hear another coming. At that point, the scary yawns, then tells me I him as son. I leave you to the rest of them. In the meantime, I will show you the whole bath and have a nice cup of tea. I want that as well, but I can't because this boy actually stole the plug. and too little. But I will definitely have a shower after this.
Okay.
This sounds like a capital idea. The doctor engaged with a smile. I think he followed after her, after she'd gone from sight of the TARDIS control room. Here later, another answer. The doctor directs his attention. There, just in time to ride at his knife. Startled, and then moving knives into his chest from the air. As soon as she saw them, she proceeded to soak his chest with tears. I mean, this shouldn't be surprising. I saw that coming! The other said quietly. It wasn't quiet at all. As he shut the door with his silver magic thing that he lost to enter. Oh! So they were inside the TARDIS the whole time. I thought the doctor came outside to meet Dr. Kelly.
No, they just entered, but the door was open the whole time.
Now it makes sense why Kelly said that, yeah, when love sees you. In my mind, the TARDIS appeared, Doctor came outside, Kelly went in the cave to meet him, and they talked right next to the TARDIS. That's why I was surprised to see why would Duffy not see him.
No, he never left the ship.
Yeah.
She entered first.
I mean, it was never mentioned that they are inside, so up until now. But this actually makes it clear.
Well, you see the paragraph above. The doctor gazes and smirks at, follows her until she leaves the front. Sight from the TARDIS control room.
I mean, yeah, but before that, while they were talking, it was not mentioned.
Okay.
Well, it isn't mentioned, so it's fine. Whoa there, easy girl! Looks fantastic nappy. Warmly and affectionately. I am here! I am here! Don't ever do that to me again! Not me here? Okay, I'm leaving, bye. Love ran into his chat. I miss you, Doctor. I miss you so badly. This would be very much different if nothing was to there. I miss you, Baka. The Toy got nothing very sympathetically. Not me. The Toy got nothing very sympathetically, but he feels he can promise that he won't ever happen again. Right now, he isn't planning on it anytime soon, but that can change as the situation changes. In the meantime, he found it was important for them all to learn that they don't always have to rely upon him all the time. They can be strong enough on their own. So instead of giving nothing empty promises, he just hugs her. And that his actions try to reassure her even when his words are knowing. I mean, yeah, you are now saying that, yeah, you can be strong on your own, but wait until you see the report of the dollar. He left them here because this was supposed to be a very easy situation. There shouldn't be any problems. This was a very harmonic place. You just go, grab the flower, and then leave when I arrive. That was the whole premise, right?
Right, but it's a Doctor Who adventure. Things get twisted, usually.
Just need several minutes to calm down. I will not give her the time in respect. For silence. But they also don't leave. It is clear indication that they want their turn to speak to him too. But I continue to hug Duffy, and he meets with daring. When they get meet, they decide knowing between them that they are fine facing each other. Even Putin. No. Finally, after all this time, both boys have equal knowledge in this relationship. Now that he has come back from this adventure with his past self.
With her past self.
Yeah, with her past self. Although for him, and was his only adventure before returning to recognize his companions. When every pony finally calms down and notices that everyone but there are only ponies there and the doctor and who is already calm, they assume to speak to each other. I will need a new currency symbol to contact you, like announcing the doctor. That can be arranged, Dr. Shot. But me I asked what happened to yours. He gave it to some pony else, worthy of receiving it. Something informed. Well, that's lovely in it. I can't do the very British in it, but I have heard it many times, so I know what it means. In the letter isn't it. That's the anti-dependent mark. They reminded her eyes as she reminded of something that looks at Fellow Wind as he tells him. And speaking of worthy gifts, I have one for you too. Finally I have a chance to pass it along to you without getting distracted from one guidance after another. It sure has been. Coming ahead. Do you all realize that the last time we slept was with the time shortly before that joining ceremony? Yeah, you did so asleep.
Even if not much actual time has passed, if you've been very busy during that time, you could still feel very tired.
I mean, after the joining ceremony, they fought one chaos beast. Then they met the TARDIS, and they fought a big war.
Well, there's a few other things. The journey ceremony, then they fought the Chaos Beast. Then Varaxis came to collect them,
Yeah.
which they did. When he left, eventually Trouble showed up, gave them another way out, but that was an option. They could have rejected it. They chose to accept, which ended up in the warehouse where the other Chaos Beasts were, plus the Daleks. When that got unleashed, all kinds of chaos occurred in the city of those above.
So what I gather, it has been one day since you... It is the same day when you woke up.
Yeah, one really busy day.
Yeah? Oh wow! As I said in the acknowledgement. Oh gee, son, you are right. That was the last time we slept. It was got a mind up the music. That's been like ages ago at this point. And then his eyes followed by his face and lying as he asked her. Anyway, on the side, what gifts are you talking about? Sorry about this. But as Shaq would say, it's better out than in. It's something I've been told to pass along to you. They said actually something in one of the Cenobites that pulls out a long and feather that has a prismatic sheen to it. Didn't feather get another one?
No, he didn't receive his yet.
Oh wow! What is this? As I see examined it closely. It isn't a furnished feather. Like it's made to feather. No! This is a quarter funnel. Oh! And an acid attachment. And no other animal either. This one is in multiple ways. First of all, it's key thing, and you're right. Secondly, you can change the ink color in mid-stroke of your pen. I remember I did pull up the multicolor pen. I didn't pick it up, but I didn't pick it up in my mind.
Yep, I remember that.
And if it's based about keep telling to display to you if it ever gets lost or stolen. And once again, let me see if I... But no, we probably left it at our old house. So it's an infinite ink pen with design. Some matches large and daring in irrigated astonishment. So much so, also it is probably resistant to fire, or even if it's burns, it will go. Return to you.
Quite likely true, yeah.
In fact, his representation of Hawaii in the thunder in question. As a result, it gently settles down to the ground. If it in this phenomenon is so phenomenon in this very sweet thunder in this special and this amazing. Why isn't there more of them to begin with? One furnace can supply infinite amount of thunder. If you think about that.
Well, it wasn't just a phoenix feather. This was enchanted by a rather revolved creature.
Oh, so not all the phoenix feathers are enchanted. It's one. This was a phoenix
enchanted
feather
by
that...
from a quartzy coral.
Oh, okay. I thought that is true for all phoenix feathers. I guess not.
The fire-resistant quality probably is universal to them.
The one who gave it to you did so with the hopes that you will continue your wonderful writing. Then goes on. You sentimentalize grandly share. Then now approaching in front of thunder and lays a ring over my shoulder and make it stand. Thunder, I want to know that you have an amazing talent and an author. Continue pouring your heart and soul into your work. If you do, you will possess far greater money than anything that Quill in the gentleman with. This gift is almost the same as if you gave Nerpy an infinite amount of muffin that has made itself. You literally can't give a better gift.
Maybe regenerate. Muffin, take a bite and then it just regrows back.
That would be good. You know why? Because muffins can go bad. It would be better if it was a basket that fills itself up with muffins if you open it.
I'm not sure if muffins do go bad in Equestria unless magic is drained from the lab. Then it will definitely happen.
I mean, because Nerfy is there, they definitely don't go bad because they got eaten.
First, yeah, right. That's right. She doesn't make the muffins just to stare at it and salivate, like, oh, Oh, I wish I could eat it. Looks
I mean,
so good.
we know at least the rainbow apples, the Zephyrus do romance because they have just the time to get to make the Zephyr jam. You can do it anytime else.
That's right.
So I assume every food goes bad with time. I don't know what to say. So I guess until I guess up and lying. You don't have to say anything. They replied. Just take it and use it. I'm confident that whatever you choose to use it on will be more than worthy of it. Be confident in yourself and keep on writing. And that is the point when Quill decided to become a tattoo artist.
Well, you could do that too. That pen could create any kind of color, and that would be among one of the potential writing styles. Painting styles.
So in a sense, it can create invisible ink as well.
That probably is the case, yes.
Because we know that it actually exists in Acrobatia.
Oh yeah.
I will. Father will cheer. Thank you. The result and flow to Quill up to his gaze once again. Like that and thrust it in the air, he at himself. The effect upon the fact that she encouraged him to use this to work in magic as an author. Reminder that you cannot be an adventurer for eternity, you have to go back and write. Erically, his father is an actual name is Author Scroll.
He can write some things on his downtime, or pop into the crystal and do some writing on a virtual book.
Yeah, but he still needs to go back to his own time to write the book.
Yeah.
And here is the same wizard capable of tattoo magic on his own. You seem to have all had a grand old time. To acknowledge him with a smile. I can tell. Yeah, we had a grand old time with your parents, Alex. As for you, Doctor, I have a question for you. I began as she started to face him again. Actually, that's a question. But one of the more urgent ones I can think of is not a name Commander Versus in the mask to you. Commander Versus? Not to refer questioningly, as his head. No, not as such. He came to be a Time Lord Commander of the Time War, saying Albert. Oh! Now the Doctor is not with a serious recognition. So you mean that, Commander? So you do know him? Yes. I mean, the first thing you should say that you mean him, the one who lost half of his money and had a machine that keeps him in one place. So, as he said, before I answer that question, I would like a little more context here. How did all of you come across that name? Did you meet him? The Pony man at least, then guess what? And he came to know you too. He seems to have a lot of respect for you. Despite the fact that you two have very different ideologies when it comes to issues like war. Yeah, also agreed. It takes a few steps forward because it follows. On the rear or solid control. Then logs 3 times. And I actually met him many centuries ago in the human universe.
Did you say knock 3 times?
Yeah.
It'd be 4. Knock on rail.
Yeah. It will be 3 times just massive in the puzzle.
Okay.
Because the action shot makes the role stronger. I knew him before I first left gameplay on my first adventure in the TARDIS. He shakes his head. We weren't that close, though, until early on in the Time War. By then, I became a very different person. And I am not confident talking about those days that much, but I will say that I had worked with an individual who called himself a commander during those dark days. He seems honorable to you, somebody checks with the doctor. To avoid, yes, Dr. Anton. But remember, I was a very different person. For the most part, he was an individual who kept his word whenever he gave it. The doctor shook his head. But remember this was during a bloody and desperate wartime. If there is one adage that I can say is closely attached to and defines him above all else, it is this. He has always been the end justifies the means kind of guy. Yes? He shakes his head again. In other words, the guy that will keep on excusing any atrocity is not for what he believes is a greater good. Homicide, genocide, regicide. Policide. I think that's off the table with him. He may commit these acts with general regret in his heart, but he will keep on doing it so long as he wears his back into a wall. I mean, there is one genocide that the doctor naturally believing in. The genocide of the Daleks.
They really embrace that philosophy.
Yeah. It's certainly not the worst time zone I have ever encountered. Far from it. But anyone who associated with him needs to know what his parents like. Oh, that's my doctor. We have met the other one. You think about. The worst time zone.
You know, when it comes to the Daleks, I think Ian put it best when they first met him. So this is episodes you've seen. Ian said, "Dislike the unlike," and that basically is the philosophy of the Daleks all the way. That was the first time they appeared, and it was written by Terry Nation, and he kept that in mind every time they appeared again.
Yeah. If he truly believes that the dark acts he does is justified, does it include any personal sacrifice on his own part? Yes, that would be just. But so note very solemnly that said, that's exactly how he died. Spoilers! No, by that I mean that's for real. More than most adults I know, he pushed his very limited number of lives to the brink, almost midway through the war. But isn't this the late part of the war, when everything is dwindled? So the full version survived. He didn't put his troops through anything that he wasn't willing to suffer too, and then superficially. I mean, that doesn't say a lot of things because he literally pushed himself to death. I am not willing to put yourself anything that I wouldn't put myself to. So I'm going to walk in my death. You should too. In the end, we proved it again. When he gave his life in the final battle, it was a person over saving another civilization. And a critical tactical advantage in his perception. that thinks that he was convinced that if we lost, then we were sure to lose the war too. And in the end, you did lose the war.
Yeah.
I had a feeling that was the case. The music is truthful, but also sad tone. I mean, this time war literally said everything. How a war goes. There are no winners, just losers. Both sides lost.
Yep.
I mean, in a sense, the time was actually won because if they haven't stopped the Daleks, then they would have taken over the whole galaxy, the whole universe.
Well, I don't know. The Daleks did bounce back to a better degree.
Yeah, but they make them slower to regenerate.
Yeah, probably.
I just think I am right from him. That he was dark, but also really reasonable. And I suppose it's just like my old work comrade them. So expressing sadly, stiffly. That shakes his head again. I did not want to become the war doctor among them, but we were both driven by desperation at the time. However, if it had to be anyone, at least he had some dignity, respect, honor. The crew had about him under the circumstances. The two sighed suddenly as he looked at the attitude of TARDIS before admitting. However, this time, I'm afraid the two of us won't see eye to eye, as much as we did before. Yeah, because he lost one of the eyes. You can only look at him in one eye.
So they'll be eyes to eye.
Yeah. You're my son. This time, I'm going to face the war again on my own terms. He shakes his head. I won't become a killer again. I won't embrace war or be a soldier. To make a hoof to his chest, because I know in the bottom of my heart that there has to be a better way than solving our problems. It conflicts all the time. I am the doctor, and I vow to never forget this time. Oh yeah, you did forget it, that you were the doctor. To me, this is my second chance. My chance for true redemption. I want that this innocent pull the universe into the same intelligent war, not playing the other universe. I know there is a better way. Higher way. Yeah, there are multiple highways. One more befitting for the innocent and honorable police who prepare this universe. I know it will still be a great challenge. Probably more so than any challenge I have ever faced, ultimately. To me, being a gun or something even little trouble is not about giving up. Well, then I have to say to you that you already gave up. You have a 32 level, which is a little trouble in the sense. Once again, the weapon never kills on its own. It is the user of the weapon. Simply accept that eye for an eye is the only available option. But I've grown a lot since the last war. I almost said that dogs don't really have eyes, but they do. I forgot that they actually have bodies inside.
I think they have exactly one eye.
Yeah?
In the center of their starfish body.
Through all of my adventures as my child, with my dearly beloved companions, I learned that is always home from the future. Just because it is harder to see sometimes doesn't mean it's not there. This is also why I am recruiting a bigger force this time. In a way, I am planning on being a commander too. But one who will fight for peace this time instead of war. Is there a chance of Daleks becoming a better being? I mean, the chance is always there. Just because it's harder to see, it doesn't mean it's not there.
The answer is yes. It's not impossible, but it would take some effort, yeah.
I mean, we know it's possible. And we have an actual representation of the possibility. We know that it can be better.
Mm-hmm.
One who continues to remind himself that all life is precious and doesn't offer a chance. One? Yeah, I had it.
I think that is where you left off.
Yeah. He said all. I think that is what a real hero does. One who sacrifices for greater good of all. I say trying to justify evil acts for noble purposes is still evil. It lets evil win. Well, no more, I say. I am tired of seeing mothers cry as they embrace corpses of their children who died in the war. From now on, I vow never to turn a blind eye to anyone who suffers. Once again, the human surgery makes me make myself go up to my nose, and it's quite annoying. So, how you can do this is you have to learn them to Manhattan. You know why, right?
No.
Because the human Dalek appeared in Daleks in Manhattan
Okay.
episode.
It
Also,
wasn't the only example of the Dalek that strayed from the norm, but they are pretty rare.
yeah. Also, one suppose learn to sensitively ask the sensitive question of, am I alone in this? Of course, Doctor. Don't be worried, especially in normal seasonally. I will follow you wherever you go. So let me answer the question, would you jump in the well? In the Doctor Link 2?
Well, sure, she's got wings. She's gonna fetch him.
You are absolutely right. Let's have a with your ideas and your philosophy as well. So chimes in. I have been reminded recently again that I'm willing to retire from this lifestyle eventually. But until then, I am me and you all the way. I guess I'm a little more conflicted, to be honest. For instance, by giving her boyfriend a questioning eye. Okay, he said. Give me, there you go. I be able to listen again that I will need to retire from this lifestyle eventually. Then she verses on the doctor's eyes, I shuddered. I certainly agree with the principle of defending the innocent. It's feeling uncertain about the best way to go about that. Not that one. Yeah. I understand that. Doctor acknowledges with a nod and takes his hand. But here is something I would like for you to consider. Can you be sure of other people's guilt or innocence? Sometimes who are seemingly doing dark acts by miracles who are forced to do it. And some seemingly innocent souls by behind some sinister intentions. I know it's hard to give everyone the benefit of the doubt, and I am not really asking for that. Sometimes guilty, really are guilty, but that doesn't mean they can't be named someday. Maybe when they get out of their stone prison. You know which thing I mean, right? But examining all of our options, I encourage you to be willing to look beyond the black and white. And the situation might be more complicated than it first appeared. And thank you for your honesty, Helming. I know that it took courage for you to admit to me. Of course, Doctor. I found you to tell nothing less. So it's nice that she kissed her hand. I will admit that there is a lot I don't know about the universe and how everything works. I mean, there is no one who knows everything. We don't have a Namakian who knows everything. As long as you keep in mind that what you just told me, though, that I can at least trust that you are trying to do the right thing every moment. Even though I don't always agree, I can still at least respect your intention if you hold to that course. I saw the sentiment, but to stand back with a respectful nod. That said, do you wish to continue your journey with me? Certainly, that's why I am here. I mean, no sorry you are here because you have to be if you want to stop the journey as well. Something else than the wind. I still looking at the doctor. My friends are here too, and that's a big deal to me. As long as I'm here, I shall do my utmost to protect you all. Doctor nodded her with a smile. I said, brilliant! As for me, there's a few other objectives I have with you all. There are no other things. For one thing, to bonus for a moment, I suppose the crystal person eyes blue lily from the center bag and said, Mr. Kelly had a good idea to what to do with this. Allow me to go a century or two earlier than my present timeline. I represent this there. The police will not know what this is, and they will think that it causes hallucinations and jokes on them, But I will plan this. That way there will be time for more to grow. And this active flower has a chance to flourish in our own world again. Once again, you know my haskell that this is literally poison joke. Because every medicinal flower has a different effect. And they have not touched it. Because it is frozen in a crystal.
Correct. To help preserve it.
Yeah. So it might have the same effect as a poison joke. If you touch it normally. What is this? Oh, that's a logo. But like, what is under me?
There might be a possibility to use poison joke in a medicinal way.
Yeah? Other than though, I would like to retire, at least from tactical shenanigans. I will say some, you all as an informant, agent, and maybe even companion again, if a mission comes up. But for the most part, I want to seek my own time. I might even leave some hints for you in my books.
Probably.
I have settled anything there, too, actually. And I have a lot of books to write. I mean, that would be strange if there was no time traveling in the new adventure. Okay, I have to say, it's been blessed traveling with you. Luffy accepted me have a smile. One of my wishes I can make about this to Rainbow Dash and Twilight. Maybe you can if you want to. They possibly invite Luffy. You already know who I am and who I am anyway. Well, in the fandom world we are talking about.
That just confirmed it. This is the version of Daring that is after they first met the rest of the main six.
Yeah? Well, you might want
And
to pause.
also, in fact, that's why she's here. She's starting to open up to traveling with others again because of that adventure.
Yeah, that's why I think it has to be in between the two. Because in the second time they met together, she was more character to be in the party.
Right. I think the second meeting was in the Daring Do convention. But this time it was just Rainbow, right? And Quibble Pants.
Yeah. But you might want to pause and consider what you say to them before running their mind instead of other words and time travel. Even if they believe you, there could be consequences now that pass through, if they have enough on the plate as it is. I mean, Twilight would believe you.
Probably, if the timeline syncs up. Insofar as when she did her.
I mean, this happened before that.
Yeah, but did she make Daring first? No, that I'm not sure about.
I think no, this was first. Yeah, I think this happened much earlier than I know.
I know it preceded season 4. I think that might have been occurred somewhere on season 3, and yeah, that might have been.
This is season 2. Future Twilight Talker is season 2.
Okay. That somewhere in that season, I think they met Daring for the first time too. Now the first real announcement of her existence, I think, was in season 1, but that was just in book format. When they actually met, however, that was in, I think, season 2. But I'm not sure if that episode occurred first or meeting.
Yeah. Yeah, that's agreed almost instantly as she looks down. Phew. Thank you for taking care of my companion. It's an expected moment to I knew. And I hope you learned something from this adventure. More than I thought I would. Now you kids may not start with a surprise. It's a lot to mull over, a lot to decide what to write about. And you will have to learn to think after you read about the knowledge that we have met.
Yep.
Because the Dr. still doesn't know that the knowledge are here. He has not yet had the info.
Yeah, but he's probably pretty confident he's going to get that information eventually.
I
They're
mean,
not
it is
likely
written now.
yeah, they're not likely to omit that part.
Yeah? But I'm pretty sure that the Scully left it out on purpose.
Okay.
It is in. She understands. Ah, you can look at it. Look at my info later. I'm not telling you anything. You can be surprised when they tell you the name and the knowledge. And the Chaos Beasts. The Chaos Beasts are more of a thing that you may not right? And they are not a thing in the
No,
actual
they're
knowledge.
not. Yeah, they're not in the show, but creatures like them did appear before. So it is in character for them to make beasts like that. It's just that these beasts have a more magical quality to them. That's about the only difference.
Yeah. Okay, that is the end of our intercession right here.
Yep. There's only one more chapter after that, and then you finish this arc for
And
Tainted Paradise.
this will be one day later because, as I said, on Sunday my mother comes home and I will have to have her. So it's gonna be on Monday. For you it's Sunday night.
Okay. Still post it.
Yeah, I will post it to you.
Video in chat, especially when several days pass. It can be a little hard to figure out. Confusing when it is in my time zone. When it skips a few days.
Yeah. And probably on that day it's gonna be the Hunter of Justice as well.
Okay. What did you think of this chapter?
Well, there is a lot of everything in this whole thing.
Probably temporarily.
I wanna see the Doctor's face when he hears about the knife.
You know what? That'd be the first time he's aware of their existence in the Pony universe.
I mean, we don't know if it's the first time. He went on a whole thing, a whole adventure on his own.
Yeah, he did go through a few more adventures before he came back to them. If one of them included the Daleks, then yeah, he's already aware they're here.
I mean, he never knows of the existence of the Daleks because he is preparing for the Time War.
Correct. You're right. Yeah, then he would know about that all the way since Hollow Paradise.
We don't know if he met them though.
Correct.
But this might be a good thing if they can tell that, they are the same as your own universe, Daleks. Or very close to it. At least. But they have sonic devices.
They match the description so far. I mean, the sonic device and the shields is probably the only difference.
I believe they know this have shared.
They might, I think.
And one version of them, yeah. But we know that the Daleks are always trying to reach perfection as well.
Correct.
Which, in a very not objective word. In a very subjective word. Perfection might be very different for everyone.
can be.
So, now we are going back to almost present time, planting some flowers, and then get on a new adventure.
Alright.
Which we don't know what it's gonna be. We'll go back to home in the meantime. Oh, this doesn't go back to the intro. There's gonna be a fashion. I mean, this was a fashion as well, wasn't it? No, any union one. That's a fashion. So it's gonna be looking back on what actually happened. There was a lot of happening, and they have to get their mind together. When a lot of action is happening, you don't really have to think about what's happening. The question is, who is affecting? Is it gonna be the fear of remembering? Is it gonna be Father Wind? Is it gonna be something realizing that, oh, we are together? Who knows?
Could even be all the above.
And we have still not thought of the possibility of someone being on the ship. I mean, there's someone always on the ship. Let's call the doctor.
Well, since there's an extra adventure with the Doctor, then yeah, there's a possibility that something else may have happened.
And I got spoiled by this because I'm seeing the next arc is gonna be White Card. So it is gonna be about the master.
Okay.
Because that was his name, right? If I remember correctly.
No, but it's close. His name
Car
is Car
Shark.
Shark.
Gosh, yeah. I mean, I might be wrong, but that's what came to mind immediately.
Well, that's a plausible theory.
But we still have one chapter which is gonna be long, so I might actually continue to play it. Because this one,
That's a lot of reflecting then. There is a scene break in there, I'll say that. Just one scene break in it.
that might be perfect.
Okay.
Well, this was already 2.5 hours, or almost 3 now, but there was a big break in between, so.
Okay.
And that was longer, so yeah. Depends on how my voice is. You can hear my voice going away.
Sure. Probably should take a break then. Alright. Let's go ahead and hang up this
And it's recording.
video. Yeah.
So yeah, thank you for being here, and see you next time in 4 or 5 days. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Oh, we will have to make a new intro scene.
Yeah, eventually.